Okay, let's slip into something more comfortable, like a light down mailbag.
Like a what?
Light down mailbag, summer sleeping bags sort of thing. Not the heavy down ones you use in the wintertime.
I don't use sleeping bags in the wintertime.
Have you ever used a sleeping bag in your life?
Yes.
Oh, okay. How old were you?
Not sure why. I know why, because my wife liked camping.
She still does.
She seemed so normal when I married her.
Oh.
We fixed that pretty quick.
How was your week? Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay. Good deal.
Didn't hear from my sister-in-law, though, so I think she probably has forgotten us.
Oh, doggone it. What's her name again? Apparently, it's pretty easy
Michelle.
to get somebody. Yeah, that's it.
Well, no, I just saw a picture of my niece, my favorite niece.
Oh, yeah, because the others are grandchildren.
Yeah. My only niece, my favorite.
Yep.
And my eldest granddaughter are about a year apart. Actually, the day we're recording this,
is
Bella's. She 21 now? Oh my God, she's legal.
Happy freaking birthday to you. Happy freaking birthday to you. Happy freaking birthday to
my
Bella.
favorite niece.
Happy freaking birthday to you.
And many more.
Oh, that was good.
Wow. We should probably never do that again.
Until, of course, the next time.
When we'll do that again.
Without one hint of embarrassment. Here's, how...
dude, I've done things that are embarrassing. That ain't even in the top 10.
Those stories we see occasionally about school boards or any sort of official board of people doing something stupid and then whining about the fact
you got to narrow that down a little.
Okay, I'll tell you the story then. It's in England. All 7 members of the Broughton Moor Parish Council,
if they would learn how to say ma'am and mum correctly,
resigned, I say, following a public backlash after one officious council member, reported a man to police for trimming overgrown weeds and hedges from the right-of-way of a local road.
Well, the bastard.
Right?
Can I say that?
I think you can.
As long as I don't say dead bastard.
Well, as long as the death was natural, I suppose.
He wasn't. There was no death. There was no dying. No floor hit the sandwich here.
Anyway, some residents had said the vegetation...
Hang on, wait. Floor hit? That's not right. No sandwich.
Yeah, sandwich hit the floor. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Patrick's got a thing on that later.
Okay.
Some area residents said the vegetation made it dangerous to walk on the road. So Adam Myers took it upon himself to just, we'll fix that. Less than 10 minutes after Myers posted a photo of the completed work, a council member commented he caused criminal damage to weeds and hedges. Local police received a report about Myers landscaping, but said they plan to take
people
no
are
action.
Crazy.
Yeah, well, the cops even
God is great, beer is good. People are freaking nuts. That doesn't rhyme at all.
The parish council has resigned, and the cops are doing absolutely nothing about it because they understand. Oh,
what?
What? Yep.
There was a smidgen, just a slight smidgen.
Yeah, leave it to the
Brits common sense
to come up with common sense. Who thought? Right?
In years.
Council members said they were bullied, Tony. Bullied online and in person over the effort to call the police on Myers.
Oh,
I'm glad they resigned.
I got nothing for you here because I would beat them with sticks.
We can
lovingly.
They can vote chickens in and get a better result.
I think if I were a chicken, I'd be offended that you even compared us at all.
This is one Ian read to me.
You're a little old for bedtime stories.
No, we were sitting on the couch after dinner and everyone's staring at their phone, right? Going through their crap.
Yeah. Those times when, we used to talk.
Yeah. We used to actually look at each other.
Yeah.
GOP Michigan rep and gun rights supporter Neil Frisk accused.
Wait. GOP gun rights supporter. Carry on.
Neil Frisk accused of chasing a stripper while firing a gun. Now that's a headline.
Indoors or outdoors?
We don't know.
Because that is really an outdoor sport. I'm just saying.
Well, he's going to get what's coming to him. Moron.
Did you? I like to poke fun at Illinois because it's in the middle of the country and thinks it's California.
Oh, yes.
Or New York, Massachusetts.
What those buttheads do now.
Well, I saw the headline and it intrigued me, and I only need the first paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
Giant sinkhole swallows the center of a soccer field built on top of a limestone mine. Yes, a giant sinkhole was swallowed the center of a soccer field in Illinois. And video shows a gaping hole taking down a large light pole, because sinkholes will do that, and leaving a chasm at least 100 feet wide and up to 50 feet deep. Authorities say it's been the only excitement on a soccer pitch in 150 years.
Referee said, play on.
He gave the power pole a red card, but hey.
I saw the video of that, and I just went, oh my God.
Honest to God, it is the most action on a soccer field in
I can't believe they
centuries.
put it over a mine like that.
I'm guessing they didn't even know.
No, I suppose that's possible.
Or worse yet, they did. I got to plead ignorance on this, because if they can't be that stupid, right? Right? Please say right.
I'm afraid, based on the integrity in my soul, I cannot. What? I've shocked you. So
we are
a stupid
species. Hang on. A stupid species.
Speaking of sinking Springboro, Pennsylvania, via WPVI.
Yeah.
Pair of porch pirates were caught on video racing to steal a package just after it was delivered to a Pennsylvania home.
Well, there's some genius moves right there.
They ran right past the FedEx delivery driver, who did exactly nothing, and he probably shouldn't.
I'm guessing they're told, don't.
Yeah, don't
Our
get in the way of this.
Premiums suck enough.
The problem was these guys weren't in cahoots.
The two porch pirates.
Yeah, huh?
They weren't pals.
No.
They weren't buds.
No.
Soulmates.
So it started a bit of a fight. One of them had to actually one got the package, one picked up a flower pot.
You came all that way.
And here's the crazy thing.
You don't want to leave empty-handed.
The people were at home. Everybody was in close proximity. It was just incredible. And the one guy has a hoodie drawn down around his face, and another guy's wearing a hat, and they're pushing and shoving, and then they ran off.
Yeah.
And the delivery driver in the picture I'm looking at is halfway down the driveway and looking back at them fight. Can you imagine that? Oh, if I'm a member of the
even if the police were there, I'd have got out of my car, grabbed my coffee, leaned on that fender, and went, that should be fun.
So,
which one do you want? I'll take the stupid one. You got to narrow it down.
You see, you point. Point at one of them.
Yeah, give me what color shirt?
Have you
mask or hat?
When you were playing golf at school, you were on the school team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever have to pull yourself from a match or tournament?
I've only seen that done once.
Okay. And
our team captain actually
really
took a 9 or a 10 on the first hole.
Mm-hmm.
A par 4.
Oof.
He just picked up his golf ball and walked back to the clubhouse.
I said, this is not going well today.
That's leadership right there. If only Washington, D.C. were that smart.
Well,
just pick up the ball, go home.
Be thankful. He should be thankful he wasn't cyclist Kate Archibald from Britain. She's not going to make it. She's 30 years old and won't make it to the Paris Olympics as planned.
Bummer.
You ready?
No.
A trip over a garden step ended disastrously, and she managed to somehow dislocate her ankle, break her tibia and fibula, and rip 2 ligaments off the bone.
I hate you.
And, and the only comment she makes is, what the heck?
Point. I saw one poor lady in a race in the finals.
Yeah.
Who was expected to win.
Yeah.
And you know how when anything over 400, they always get those weird packs?
Yes. Yes.
And she got into a weird pack and
couldn't get out.
She and another lady's foot stepped on the same space.
Oh.
And she fell and she picked herself up and finished the race. And it was when it got gut wrenching as the race was over.
Yeah.
Because you could see as she got closer and closer to the finish line, it was starting to sink in that her shot at Paris is gone.
Yep.
And she was the fave. And
yeah.
She tried to hold it together so well. And she did pretty well until she got into the tunnel. And then thankfully, way to go, NBC. I'll give them props for this one thing.
Okay.
When she started to break, they left and did not go back.
Oh, thank you. Don't invade her privacy.
Thank you. It's kind of like watching that golf tournament when Lexi got a 2-stroke penalty from the day before.
Yeah.
On the 15th hole. 14th hole, something like that.
Oh, so it's more like a day and a half
of a major golf tournament because someone sent in a video and she had misplaced her golf ball by about 1.5 inches on the green. Not even 1.5 inches, half inch maybe.
Wow.
Instead of putting it on the side of the quarter, she put it in front of the quarter. And her caddy, and she's been through a couple since then, but the caddy that day was spectacular. You can tell first she's in shock. And then she kind of gives that smile like, what a world. And they get to the next tee box and you can tell she's not going to hold this together. And her caddy stood right in front of her between her and the camera.
Good man.
Good man.
Or gal, whoever it was.
It was a guy.
Okay. Did you run across any other stories or headlines?
What would make a baby bison white was a headline that intrigued me. Because
we wanted all that privilege.
You may have seen white bison privilege. It's a thing.
I got first crack at tourists.
Just want to slap some people. Even if they're white, by the way, don't pet a bison, okay?
Yeah, don't. And it's furry cows are not friendly.
Think of them if you think of them as furry cows, you're going to get injured or dead.
Or dead. Yeah, they could kill you.
I'm sorry, not alive.
Yep.
Unalive?
Disalive.
Whatever. Yeah. Because they're not furry cows, they're bison. They're called bison because roughly translated from the Lakota language, it means crabby as hell. But everyone's wondering,
do the Lakota have a concept of hell? Even
they don't even care.
Oh, okay.
Photos of the white bison calf. You may have saw them in Yellowstone National.
I think I saw something in passing.
You got this big hulking buffalo, and then this itty bitty. Well, itty bitty there is probably as big as my car.
Right.
It generated quite the excitement, and the question of the day was, how does a buffalo turn white?
Your car is white.
No. A buffalo turns white because they showed a video of a sinkhole in the middle of a lime pit that now has a soccer pitch over the middle. It would make anyone turn white.
This is going to really change the long jump competition.
Whole new meaning.
So do we know genetically why that happens? Is it similar to albinism in other mammals?
I didn't actually read it. I just like the first line because I could use the soccer story as a kicker.
Oh, there you go. Is that it for the stuff you want to
actually looking now and I don't care enough to find it. So yes, that's it.
Okay. Let's go over to the comments. This is True Really News. Apropos of This is True Really News, episode 872. From our man in Liverpool, Patrick Reed.
Lottie. Mom. Ma'am.
Euphemism
Gov. Just go with Gov.
Gov. I like Gov.
That's short for governor, which should be pronounced governor.
Governor. I just did.
It's kind of like did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
Some of it.
You know,
after the Red Wedding, I just kind of got tired of it.
Yeah, I'm past that now.
Are you?
Yeah, I think they just raised Jon Snow from the dead.
Oh, wait, I saw that. I saw that much. Yeah,
they're starting to worry me, but I so love Amelia Clark Daenerys. this little teeny, itty bitty, tiny blonde woman and these big freaking the dragons are cool. Anyway, where was I going with that?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Anyway, carry on.
How'd you sleep last night?
Miserably, thank you.
I made a few mistakes.
The only, when I was young, I didn't know you could make mistakes while you're sleeping. Who knows?
I did. Thank you, Marky Bauer. Euphemism for unaliving. How about working for the Clintons?
A Clintons.
You see, but we can't use the words.
Oh, yes. It'd be bad.
Yeah. So now I've got 3 things to clean up in this episode. Thank you.
Death. I do not like uneven numbers.
How about
a Clinton
got a job with the Clintons?
Yep. Working for the Clintons. I like it.
That's a good one. I think that's wonderful. Apropos of This Is True Really News.
We could just shorten it and call it Clinton.
Ooh.
I think everyone would understand.
Yeah.
He felt it was Clinton. He was shot to Clinton. At 102, he finally Clintoned.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Apropos, This Is True Really News, episode 873.
He was Clintoned in action.
He was working for the State Department in Russia. Now he's Clintoned.
Exactly. Unbent, unbroken, unclintoned.
Ooh. Remember the bottle of wine? They promised a bottle of wine in the fine print on a website. They finally had to dole it out to a guy who was looking for wording for the fine print on his own
bottle
website.
Of wine, the fruit of the vine.
How does that go? Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine.
Yeah, see, that's where I got lost. I remember sober was in there, but that was later.
Let me go home. Let me go home and start over.
And if you ever watch Game of Thrones, there's a lot of wine consumed.
Oh, my.
You know why I like the show? I figured it out.
Why?
Okay, there's too much skin everywhere. There are naked bodies flopping everywhere. But there is a lot of really good violence.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of really great characters. Peter Dinklage is my hero.
Oh, Dinklage is fantastic.
That's what I do. From start to at least finish.
I drink and I know things.
When I was young on my whatever naming day, I asked my uncle for a dragon. And he said, dragon's in bed dead for 100 years. And I cried myself to sleep that night. I remember I asked him for a dinosaur. It didn't even have to be a big one. It could be a little one like me. And there was no pathos as he uttered it. It was perfect.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
What was the other one? Yes. When they're going to have the big battle and his father gets to him and says, you'll be in the center with these troops. And he goes, in the center. Father, if you mean to kill me, there are easier ways of doing it. These are great lines.
At least easier for me. Okay.
Yeah. It was just, anyway, we're talking about the good wine.
Although when he went nuts after they declared him guilty and his brother sprang him and he kills his lover and his dad, that was frightening.
Yes.
And you felt bad for him. You felt bad for him the whole way.
How weird is that?
And there are people that are not nice.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people that are good, usually.
Well, but Ned Stark had no time to be bad.
It's like people.
Right.
And I think am I going to find out that Ned didn't actually father Jon Snow?
I have no idea. I do not know. I didn't watch the rest of it.
Getting that inkling, and that's going to make it even sadder that he died so soon because I like Sean Bean.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Isn't that in his contract somewhere where you have to kill him off in every stinking or get rid of him in every stinking movie?
No, because I think he lived through Jupiter Rising.
Did he?
I think he did. He didn't have his wings. They showed off the wings at one point, but
I may have to go back and look at that again.
Now I'm wondering. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, right. I'm kind of.
I actually like Jupiter Rising. I'm one of 7 people that found that movie kind of entertaining.
That's it. By the way,
for the same reason I find any movie entertaining, it's got to have a smidgen of plot.
Yeah,
but it's got to have really good characters.
Yeah.
If it's got action and romance and unrequited love, that's fine. But it's got to have good characters.
I watched Masters of the Air finally. Have you seen that?
I have not.
It is worth
Masters of the Air. Is
Apple
that the
TV? It's on Apple TV.
Yeah, I don't do Apple.
I know, but I got it when I switched phone plans. They're paying for it from now on, so I'm taking it because I wanted to see the show.
I certainly would.
And it is worth seeing. You can get Apple TV through, I think, your Prime subscription. You can add it too.
Yeah.
And
I'm already upset with Prime, so let's not talk about that.
My father-in-law.
Hi. You know how we told you we weren't going to put commercials? We're going to put commercials and stuff, but they won't be obtrusive. And in movies, they're not. They're only put at the beginning.
Right.
And then in shows, every once in a while, one shows up.
Yeah.
Like, okay, either their sales staff is not doing a good job or this is what you're going to do. Just annoy me like for a minute commercial time.
Quit. You know, and I don't know why, but these days, they don't bother me in the least.
You know, the short breaks don't bug me much at all.
Right. A couple of 15-second commercials, I'm happy as a clam. I don't care. Yep. I'll put up with those. In any case, I was watching this thing.
Although if you watch Bones on Hulu,
yeah,
no commercials.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, crap. No, I put that out there.
Nice job.
Anyone here works for Hulu, don't tell.
That's right. They may not notice.
Because parts of Bones are great.
I was watching, so I'm watching this show, and it's Anne's dad flew missions over Germany, daylight bombing. It wasn't.
Was this the one like band? Is this one? Yeah, is it a miniseries?
This is the Band of Brothers for B-17.
Okay, and then there's another one.
The Pacific. Yeah, I've seen that too.
I have not. I've only watched Band of Brothers
a million times.
Well, no, but under 8.
I'm hoping to get 1 million in because that was so beautifully done, and the guys were fantastic.
I just only
and they
now
all
I
claim
have
to
a
love each other still.
Now I picture whenever I see the one sergeant person.
Oh, sure,
Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah,
I still picture him as Danny Reagan, and it's weird. It's just weird.
Every time I see Neil McDonough, I come going, "Where's his helmet?"
I love Neil.
So,
he won't kiss an actress.
Yes, he
on
won't.
Screen.
He says, "Nope, I only kiss my wife. That's all that's happening."
Yep.
But he plays great bad guys. Oh, he plays awesome
for one,
bad guys.
The albino hair he had even as a kid.
Yes.
Just worked for him.
Yep.
It just.
There's a series out, and I can't remember. Is it on Acorn or is it on one of the other? It's on another kind of minor streaming thing, and he plays a guy who's shadowing a guy through a bunch of different dimensions.
Ooh.
And he teases him with lines like, "Wow, you've never done this before." Right?
See, what I think is Neil would be perfect if they actually did a serious version of the Green Hornet. Because he looks like he should be a nice editor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Then at night, he would be a criminal. Only he's really a good guy who's acting like a criminal.
Because he can.
And does really well. I don't know who we get for Kato, because really...
Bruce kind of was the guy.
You know, it's hard to... I suppose you can find someone, I'm sure, but it's just Bruce was really good, even in that weirdness they did in the mid-'60s.
Oh,
sorry.
He was brilliant.
We've digressed. Imagine that.
Back to the show, because I want to point this out. Anybody who
get one episode done within an hour.
Well, anybody who puts on a uniform and can potentially go into battle, they all can potentially go into battle.
Exactly right.
They're all heroes, right?
I have no argument.
And the guys who did, and I knew things were rough in the daylight bombing.
But too,
the way they showed the damage to the aircrafts.
Because most people don't quite understand that.
No, I knew they got chunks blown out of them and stuff.
Big chunks blown out of them.
Sometimes nearly having the whole tail blown off.
You have part of a wing blown off that helps you steer the plane.
Yep. And
my dad had the enviable job of, he was a radio guy in London at an Army Air Force base, because it was still the Army Air Force in World War II.
Yep.
Because he had the brown hat with the, I still remember seeing that eagle that was on it. It's very cool. I wish I'd have kept that somewhere. He was the guy manning radios.
Oh.
So on the way out, They had a list of all the planes coming in, and on the way in, they had a list of all the planes coming in. And those were never the same number.
No, with the 100th, at one point, I think it was 17 went out and 1 came back.
One was always so much smaller because daylight bombing was...
They were getting just hammered.
Hammered.
So the way they show the battle damage on the B-17s gives you an idea. And these guys kept doing it.
Wow. Yeah. Mission after mission after mission.
And then they started increasing missions. At first it was 25, then it was 28, then it was 30.
And then they came home and raised families.
Yep. Yep. Worth every penny. This is, and it was beautifully done. And they include episodes of the Tuskegee Airmen as well, which I think was a great idea.
There are 2 good movies about that, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen them. So getting back to this is True Really episode 873, where we talked about the bottle of good wine.
And a day later,
from my brother, Chris Combs, no relation. It may have been a bottle of good wine, but was it a good bottle of wine? No word on how well they constructed the bottle, as far as I can tell.
Because usually, when those movies where they smack bottles over the guy's head and he falls down.
Oh, yeah.
Normally, if you can smack it over their head, 1, it won't shatter.
No.
Because probably don't have enough strength to do that. And 2, they're not getting right back up.
Mm-hmm.
Because their brain is sloshed now from side to side.
There's a big problem.
Or front to back, depending how you hit them.
Apropos of episode 874 from Patrick Reed, our man in Liverpool.
That was one of my favorites right there, 874.
Was it? You remember it well, do you?
Don't have a clue.
This was
one of my favorites.
This was the one about the 4 pages typed of all the rules for the playground that the kids couldn't do.
Okay. I lied. It wasn't one of my favorites.
Patrick says, play is research for a child. Albert Einstein.
But
Yeah, he's dead right. Oops. He's Clinton right.
He is.
He's I couldn't agree more. You got to get him out. What you should
have said in the first place, because now you have another thing to fix. Way to go.
Yeah, I'm just an idiot.
Doofus.
Also from This Is True Really, episode 874, my brother Chris Combs, no relation. Tony, on Gladius Minimus, apparently underwhelmed?
Yeah. Be like Tiniest Maximus. What? It's Maximus like jumbo Minius. Shrimp. Is it a big shrimp or a small jumbo?
I like that. Maximus Minius.
Yeah. That should have, if they hire a dwarf for a show on Rome, Maximus Minius should be his name.
Do you ever watch Brad, the dwarf comedian? Dwarf stand-up? Brad?
No.
I can't remember his last name.
I can never see him.
Oh, so you looking down on someone's height. Nice. Very good.
Hey, I've only got 2 granddaughters I can do that to, because I'm pretty sure my grandsons, by the time they're 7, I'll be looking up at.
But Brad can be hilarious. And
all comedians can be.
Yeah. I love the shorts on it. And with that, I shall just shut the heck up.